Welcome to YouTube channel. Mr. Zudo welcomes you. Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm back again. Today I will show you an interesting game. I created this game to spread a message that all of us are warriors. And just like this game, we will win the fight with Corona. Let me show you my game. So our main character in this is our warrior. And we have to save this with virus. So we have to move towards the vaccine because we want to save our warrior. So the more time we survive the game, the higher our score will be. So our goal is to get the vaccine before the virus gets to us. The vaccine slows down the infection, and every time we touch the virus, we get infected faster. We will totally infected if our health becomes zero and the game will be over. This is very simple game. Maintain the distance from virus and improve our health with the help of vaccine. Social distancing sounds fun, right? Let's start creating this game. So our journey starts. So first of all, we are going to see the story of Corona Warrior. Then we are going to learn about logical operator, then broadcasting in Scratch, and last is our game, that is Corona Warrior game. So first stop is Corona Warrior story. So let's hear a story of coronavirus. The ongoing situation made me to read about this COVID pandemic. I get to know how this corona infection spread at exponential rate. A big part of our population got infected and lot of people have died. However, our corona warriors such as doctors, nurses, policemen, etc. have shown us that even such a viral infection can be controlled. If we follow the protocols such as using masks, maintaining social distancing, washing hands, etc., so I thought, why not we all can become corona warriors and save our world from this disease? So I came up with this game. So our second stop is logical operator in Scratch. So there are three types of logical operator. First is AND, second is OR, and third is NOT. So in AND operator, both the conditions should be true. If any one condition is false, then it will give us a false. So in the AND operator, both the conditions should be true. So this is the Boolean operator. It will give either true or false value. The second one is OR operator. In this, even one condition is false, then also it will give us the true answer. Now, third is not level equals to 1. This is the not condition. If a level is not equals to 1, then it will give us a true value. The third stop is broadcasting in Scratch. Broadcasting sends a message to one or more sprites. The message is used to trigger a script to run. So let me show you a project about a broadcasting. So this is my Scratch platform. I will just click here on create. So here we will take the same sprite and now let's select a background for our sprite. Let's take this background race. And now I want two buttons. Let's take the button sprite. Let's take this button 1. And let's take another button. Button 2. Now I will just go to costumes and just write here reset. And here we can write, okay, let's select the black color. Now here we will select start. Or we can use crazy. Crazy is better than start. Okay, now let's go to our coding section. Now, whenever I click on this reset, the message should broadcast that reset. Whenever I click on that crazy, the message should be that is broadcast, that is crazy. So I will just click here on button 1. And I will drag this when green flag clicked. Whenever green flag clicked, then we have to start the code. But this time we will drag this when the sprite clicked. It means whenever we click on this reset button, then only our program should start. So let's drag this when the sprite clicked. Then we want to broadcast a message. Let's say reset. Now, if I click on this button, that is crazy one, then I want to broadcast a message that is crazy. And this will start when the sprite clicked. Now I will just go to my sprite and let's say when my sprite receive crazy message and when my sprite receive reset message, then what should happen? Okay, when my sprite receives a crazy message, then I want the size of the sprite should change as well as the color of my sprite should change. So I will just go to looks block and drag change color effect and change size. Now I will just put this in repeat block. Now let's see what happened. If I click on this button, crazy. Let's see, yay, it's working. Now I want, when I press the reset button, then my sprite should again comes to its original position. So I will just go to look and set my size to 100% and clear graphic effects. Let's see what happened when I click on the reset button. Wow, my sprite comes in its original position. Okay, now let's try for crazy. See, now if I press this reset, it's working. Okay, now our fourth stop is Corona Warrior project. Let's go to Scratch platform to create our project. So this is our Scratch platform. I will just click here on create. Now let's rename our project as Corona Warrior. So for our main character, I will select this sprite. Okay, let's select the sprite Kiran. And now let's rename this sprite as Warrior. Now I will go to costumes and take this eraser and remove the body of our sprite. Let's remove the body of our sprite. Okay, now we will start code. Now I will click on this code section and we will also resize our sprite to 50. Now let's start the coding. The warrior motion. Now we want to click on this motion block. So what I want, I want my sprite to move left, right, up, down through the arrow keys. Okay, and first of all, we need to bring our sprite in the center. I will keep checking which arrow key is pressed and move the warrior in that direction. So we will just drag this when green flag click. Now I want my sprite to in the center. So I will just click on the motion block and drag this. That is go to X and Y, 0 and Y also 0. Now I will just click on the control block and drag this forever. Now we want to move our sprite. So if we press the right arrow key, then we want to increase the X value. So I will just click on the if block and click on this sensing block, like I have just select key space pressed. Now if right arrow is pressed, then I want to increase the value by 5. So I will just change the value, change X by 5. Now, if we want to write a code for left arrow, let's duplicate this. And I will just select here left arrow and I will change its value by -5. We will decrease the value. Now, similarly, we will write the code for the up and down arrow. So I will just select here up arrow and we will drag here change Y and we will increase the value by 5. Similarly, we duplicate it and we will write the code for down arrow. This time we have to decrease the value. Let's run and see if it works. So I will just press this green flag and see. Left, right, up, down. Great. The initial part of the game is already done. Next part is much more exciting. Now let's create the virus. Let's select the sprite ball and I will rename this as virus. Now I will click on this costumes and I will select this brush and I will change the color to red. Now let's put these circles on this ball so that it could look like a virus. So let's click on this code section and also we will reduce the size to 50. Cool. Let's code this virus right. When the game starts, we want our virus to follow and catch our warrior. So I will just click here on when green flag click, then we want our virus to catch the sprite. So I will just drag here the forever block from the control section on my left hand side. Now we want it to point towards our sprite. So I will just click on the motion block and drag point towards. And I will select here the warrior. After setting the direction, we want the virus to move in this direction too. So I will drag this, move 10 steps and change it to 4 steps. Now, if the virus touches our warrior, we will broadcast a message that is virus, which we will use later in the game. So I will just click on the control block and I will drag if then. Now we want if the virus touches our sprite. So I will just click on the sensing block and drag this touching. Now we will select here the warrior. Now, when a virus touches our warrior, then we want to broadcast a message that is warrior. So I will just click on the event block and drag the broadcast message that is virus. Sorry. Okay. Remember that we had 3 sprites in the game. Let's duplicate this 2 more times. Now we will add go to block such that all virus starts from different locations. Also, we will change the speed by some amount to make it difficult for the player. Now let's add, now I will click on this motion block and I will drag this go to for this and for my next virus, that is virus 2, and for my third virus, that is virus 3. And we also want it to come from different directions, as well as we want to reduce the steps. Okay, different steps. So I will just change here as minus 184 and here I will write 117. And here again I will change my go to 178 and 117. And also I will reduce the steps to 3.5. Now for third one, I will put here x equals to 0 and y I want as minus 140. And I will reduce the step to 3. Let's see if the motions are proper. Great, the virus is doing its job pretty good, right? So the virus is the villain. Let's bring the survive savior, the vaccine into the game. So let's select our vaccine. So I will just click here and select button 2. And we will reduce the size to 50 and also we will rename it as vaccine. And let's go to costume and let's write here vaccine. Now, when the game starts, we will spawn the vaccine to a random position using a go to random position block. So I will just click here when green flag clicks. So my vaccine should go to its random position. So from the motion, I will just drag go to random position. Hey, it's no fun if the vaccine is available so easily, at least in the game. So we will code in such a way that it moves away from the warrior, like to repelling magnets. But how can we do that? I think I have an idea. And it is similar to what we have done with the virus, just opposite. Now we'll grab the forever block. Let's click on this event. Control, and let's drag this forever block. And point the vaccine towards the warrior. Now we will point a vaccine towards a warrior. So I will just drag point towards vaccine towards a warrior. So I will just here point towards warrior from the motion block. Now we will rotate it to 180 degree and move it away from a warrior. So I will just drag here and I will write here 180 degree. To make it little more difficult, let's also move the vaccine according to the virus. So I will just put here move step 14 steps. And we will point it towards virus. It won't stay at single point for long. Point the vaccine towards the virus and move 10 steps in that direction. So we have put the virus, point our sprite towards a virus, our vaccine towards our virus. So now we can move it to 10 steps. And if our vaccine touched by our warrior, then we want to broadcast a message that is vaccine. So let's click on this control block and I will drag if condition. And now I will click on this sensing block that if touching the warrior, then we want to broadcast a message that is vaccine. And also I want that my vaccine should go to its random position again. Now I will just drag here to go to random position and I will broadcast a message that is vaccine. So here what we have done, we have first of all select our vaccine to its random position. Now we grab the forever block and point the vaccine towards a warrior, but this time instead of moving towards the warrior, we have rotated it to 180 degree so that it can move away from our warrior. Then we have point our vaccine towards a virus to make our game little bit difficult. And then if our warrior touches the vaccine, then it will go to its random position and we also broadcast a message that is vaccine. And also decide a new position of the vaccine when it is touched. That is the random position. Let's run and see how this look. Let's go to vaccine. Where is our vaccine? Oh, see. Where is our vaccine? Let's go towards our vaccine. Cool. This is literally looking like two repelling magnets, right? So we have finished most of our game. It's time to perform stuff when infected or received a vaccine. Let's implement both the broadcast we did previously. I will start by creating a new variable called health. So I will just click on this variable and click on this make a variable. Just give the name as health. And we'll press OK. So I will drag my health here and I will just press here right click from my mouse and select slider. So when we start a game, the health should be 100. Since our game environment is contaminated, the health will gradually decrease as time passes. So I will just click on my sprite and drag when green flag clicked. Then I want my health to be 100. So I will just click here on the variable and select set health to 100. Sorry, to 100. And it will decrease. So I will just click on this control and drag this forever block. And let's put some weight that is 1 second in our game. And we want to change the health. So it will reduce. So I will just click on the variable and drag this change health and let it be reduced by -2. Normally the health should decrease by a small amount. But if warrior touches the virus, the speed should become faster. To do this, I will create a new variable called speed. So I will just click here, make variable and give it a name as speed. So we have created one more variable that is speed. So initially we want our speed to be reduced. So let's drag the speed that is change speed by, let's write this -2 only here. And here also I can write the speed by -2. Now, when we receive the virus broadcast, I will speed up the infection by 2 more points. So, I will add a wait block until the warriors move away from the virus. So, whenever I receive a virus broadcast, I will just click on this event and drag when I receive virus. So, I will just put here. When I receive virus, then I will add a until block. The warrior moves away from the virus. So I will just click here on the control block and I will drag here wait until. Now I will click on this operator block and let's select this not one and all one because we are having three variables. We are having three viruses. So we will take 3 blocks. Now I will go to sensing block and drag this touching mouse pointer here, here, and sorry, here and here. Now let's give this name as virus 1, virus 2, and virus 3. Now we can change here the speed by -2 because every time when our sprite is touched, whenever our warrior is touched, then we want the speed should be reduced by -2. So let's click here on the variable and change here speed and put here -2. Else the health will become 0 very fast. Our warrior will be saved if it gets the vaccine in time. So when we receive the vaccine broadcast, I will send the health back to 100. So when I receive a vaccine, then I will just click here on the event block and drag when I receive vaccine. So when we receive the vaccine broadcast, I will set the health back to 100. So I will just click here on variable and select set health to 100. And also make the speed normal again. So I will set here the speed. Now the speed to be normal, that is -2. But if the warrior is late to get the vaccine and health becomes 0, well, worry not. We will stop the game and allow our warrior to get some rest and stay in quarantine. Let's see. Let's write our code. Now, what we want if the health is 0. Now, I will just click here on control block and drag this if condition. Now we want if the health is less than 0. So I will just click on the operator block and select here. Now I will drag here variable and select here health. If the health is less than 0. Then we want to stop all. So I will just click here on the control block and select here stop all. Now let's see if the gameplay is proper. So I will just press here green flag and let's move towards our vaccine. Uh-oh. So our health becomes 0 and the game stops. So in this, what we have done, we have selected when green flag click, then we want the speed should be -2 initially, and then the health should be 100. The health should be reduced gradually. So we have put here the change health by speed. We will reduce it. Now, if the health is 0, then we will stop all the thing. Now, so here we have done, if I receive a viral vaccine broadcast, then the health should be 100, health should be increased again to 100, and the speed should be reduced by -2. And if I receive a virus broadcast, that is that it can be virus 1, virus 2, or virus 3, the speed should be reduced by -2. Wow, I really like this game, even though it's not yet complete. The last part is where we create the scoring part. So let's click on this variable and create a new variable as score. Press here, okay. Now I will hide this speed portion and drag the score here. Initialize it to 0, increment it by 1 every second. So we will initialize it to 0. Whenever we press the green flag, I want it to initialize to 0. So I will just press here score, select score, and score should be 0. Then we want it to change score by 1. And here also I want that whenever our warrior receive a vaccine, then it should get a bonus of 100. So I will just put here set score to 100. To add the finishing touches, I will also prepare a costume to show whether our robot is infected or not. So I will just click here on costumes, and I will just select this and just rename this as infected. Now I will click on here eraser and move our body part. Similarly, we have done for our sprite earlier. We'll delete this and let's take this fill option and fill the red color in this, so that it looks like that our sprite is infected. I will create a new backdrop for this also. So I will just click here on my backdrop, click on here on backdrop and just duplicate it. And here I will write, here I will take a text box and I will write, you are infected. And then again I will take a text box and this time I will change the color to blue. And let's write, don't panic. Quarantine yourself. We wish warrior healthy recovery. So we have selected this part. Just drag it here. So here we have selected a background, that is, you are infected, don't panic, quarantine yourself, we wish warrior healthy recovery. So let's change it to the name, that is game over. Now let's click on our code section. And let's go to our warrior and let's select here the costumes. Okay, let's select here the costume and a background. So here we can select our first costume and backdrop 1. When our game starts, so we should be required a warrior costume and a, so let's rename this costume as a warrior. So here I will select a warrior costume and a backdrop. So here, first of all, from when green flag click, we want our first warrior and then we want a background. Here we have selected the arrow keys like right arrow means we have to move our sprite to right. Left for left arrow, we have to change the x value, x position to its minus value. So we have selected -5. By the way of this, our sprite, or like we can say our warrior will move left side, where when we press the up arrow key, our sprite will move up, and when we press down arrow key, our warrior will move down. So when I receive a virus, then I receive a virus broadcast, then if it can be virus 1, virus 2, virus 3, then what we require, we will reduce the speed it by -2. So here we will reduce a speed by -2. And whenever I receive a vaccine, then I want the score to be 100 as a bonus, and health should also be 100, and the speed to its normal, that is -2. So here also we can add a costume. Let's switch costume to warrior again. Here, let's select here the warrior. When I receive a virus broadcast, then I want here to switch the costume, that is infected one. So we have added a different costume. And also if the health becomes 0, so if the health becomes 0, we want to stop all. So here we can also add a background, that is game over. So let's add all this along with the sound to give our game a finishing effect. So whenever I press a green flag, I want music to be played. Okay, let's press here, let's drag here when green flag clicked. Then we will click on the control and drag the forever. And also we need to play a sound. So I will just click here on sound and let's drag this sound and let's add a sound. I will click on this sounds option and then I will click here on upload sound and let's select this sound. Now I will again click on this code section and I will select this sound. So when the game starts, you can get this music. Now, finally, we have completed our Corona Warrior game. Let's try to play this game. Uh-oh, where is my speed? See, I have taken the vaccine. My score increases and health also increases. Uh-oh, where is my vaccine? Uh-oh, you are infected. Don't panic. Quarantine yourself. We wish warrior healthy recovery. So it was a long, but it was so much fun to develop it, right? So let me show you this game again. So when I press this green, let's go to vaccine. Where is my vaccine? Uh-oh, you are infected. So don't panic, quarantine yourself. We wish healthy recovery. So Today we have learned about a Corona warrior story and logical operators in Scratch, and we also learned about the broadcasting in Scratch, and we created a game that is Corona warrior game. Contact Tinkerly for query. Our mail ID is contact@tinker.ly. Thank you. The Barbie is signing off for a day. Stay tuned at Tinkerly YouTube channel.
Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below site for more details and queries. Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below site for more details and queries. Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below site for more details and queries.